Next up at UFC San Antonio, we have Andrea Lee taking on Maycee Barber. Andrea Lee, 13-6 overall, 2-3 in her last 5, and she's coming off that decision loss to Viviane Araújo. Maycee Barber's 11-2 overall, 3-2 in her last 5, riding a 3-fight win streak. This is another interesting fight. I'll tell you right now, I'm picking the underdog. I'm going Andrea Lee here.
Woo!
I get it. Maycee Barber can be solid. She moved to alpha male. There have been improvements since she's moved to alpha male. But, Maycee Barber, solid striker, very clean boxing. Her wrestling is improving, but she's not really a grappler at all. But she does have some well-timed takedowns when she needs them. She was able to take down Montana De La Rosa, Jessica Ai, and even Miranda Maverick. She's tough physically, but mentally she can break. I know No, that was a dramatic pause. But mentally she can break. We most famously a while ago against what the hell's her name? Come on. They both Modafferi. Roxanne Modafferi beat both of these women actually, but Macy sort of spiraled, and it's been a while, and she's grown since then and stuff like that. But I just think that she's going to come forward. First of all, she did not beat Miranda Maverick. That was a bad decision. So she had 3 losses in a row, essentially. The Montana De La Rosa fight was nice. That was a nice win for her. Jessica Ai retired. That's not a great win. Meanwhile, Andrea Lee is fighting Viviane Araújo. Andrea Lee, Alexa Grasso. She's fighting killers, ranked people. She's fighting, the upper-ish echelon of the division. She did also lose to Roxanne Modafferi, but Roxanne Modafferi is a tough out for a lot of people. I think that Andrea Lee can keep this technical, keep it striking. She is a good technical striker. She's very dynamic. She uses her strikes really well. She's also incredibly tough, and she has improved grappling. She had 3 takedowns over the Shevchenko sister, 3 takedowns against Roxanne, 3 takedowns against Joanne Wood. And some of those were losses. So she'll make the adjustments. She'll try to get it done. I like Andrea Lee in this fight. I do think she wins. No bet here. We'll see what happens. Maybe a plus 3.5. I don't know. But I like Andrea Lee to beat Maycee Barber. But this is also a fantastic fight to see if Maycee Barber is as good as she's supposed to be, right? Because she was supposed to be a big deal. And then she went on that skid. What do you think?
They cleaned the bowl so you don't have to.
What?
You know what that is? They cleaned the bowl so you don't have to. Huh?
No, I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's Joe Dirt. Pretty well
Joe
known.
Dirt.
Pretty well known movie. I will be fully transparent with you guys. I was transparent about Manel Kopp. I'm a Manel Kopp hater. I am also a Maycee Barber hater. I think there is hardly anyone more overrated than her except for Aaron Blanchfield. I think they're both 2 peas in the same pod as far as overratedness in this mixed martial arts industry. And Maycee Barber is a decision fighter. I think we both would agree she's a decision fighter in wins and losses. She's tough, but she's not very dangerous. And as we say in women's MMA, when things go to a decision, because these girls are so close competitively together, if you're not a dangerous fighter, you just don't bet them. Just promise me nobody is putting Maycee Barber in their fucking parlays. Stop. Don't do that. Yes, she might come in, use her wrestling, win this fight, decision fight. It's just too close, and Andrea Lee is way too dangerous on the feet. She is a very aggressive striker and very precise striker. She will throw those elbows, lead elbows, do some wild stuff. She's going to be in Maycee Barber's face. It's going to be up to Maycee Barber to either withstand that and then kind of outgrind Andrea, because Andrea probably will get tired. You saw in the Vivi fight she did get a little bit tired, or get the takedowns that she needs. And I don't know if she can get those takedowns. So, I am going to pick Maycee Barber, because I just feel like I'm just way too biased to pick Andrea Lee for some reason, because I do think that she's going to be able to find the takedowns. Vivi eventually was able to wear her down, and if Macy's getting the takedowns, she should be able to wear Andrea down the same way. But this is a dangerous fight. Please don't put Macy in a parlay. I don't want anyone on Sunday being like, oh my God, my parlay would have hit if Macy didn't lose. I don't want to hear it.
I would argue that that Andrea Lee is the one more likely to shoot takedowns, though. She literally averages more per fight, and she uses them. So.
I think Macy will default to the wrestling pretty quickly
because she's going to be losing the striking exchanges.
Because of the pressure of Andrea Lee. Yeah.
No,
But I just think she's
100%
able to
agree
get
with
the takedowns. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
sure,
see the
sure.
fight going the same way. It's just, I think Macy can get those takedowns, and you think Andrea can keep it on the feet.
And she is at Team Alpha Male. And honestly, the Team Alpha Male...
Guillotine. Somebody called him that. I can't remember who that was. Team Guillotine.
It was a redneck that said it?
Team Guillotine. I knew that he was just coming chasing get-tins. Get-tins.
It actually took me a second to be like, what word did he just say?
Chasing them get-tins.
I do think... I agree with you. I do think Andrea Lee will win the striking exchanges, and her takedown defense is not great, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's why there's no bet. There's a lot of unknowns, but 270 favorite seems a bit wide in a fight like this.
Fighter against a girl.
And what did Andrea? So Andrea Lee, was it her boyfriend? It was her husband that had Nazi tattoos, right?
I think it was Tony Kelly who.
No.
It wasn't Tony
Her
Kelly?
husband had Nazi tattoos. Tony Kelly was screaming racist Brazilian
he was
stuff.
like the dirty Brazilian stuff. Vivi, yeah. He was talking about Vivi because Vivi's my my girl. And unfortunately, my girl got beat by my now. I don't know if
And then
ready
the
to go official or not.
And then the other, didn't Andrea Lee throw like a temper tantrum in a fight too? Wasn't there something that she did too where people were like, these two?
I thought Macy did something like that.
No, her dad lost his mind.
She blew her knee out.
Yeah, her dad lost his mind on Roxanne Modafferi.
Why?
And he has a tattoo of his own daughter. Doesn't he have a tattoo of his daughter too? I think he has a tattoo.
Roxanne was actually cool about that fight because she knew that Macy's knee was tore up, but she kept grappling her. She didn't make her stand on her feet. Because Roxanne Lily, after the fight, was like, oh, he kind of felt bad. Because that's just like the most typical Roxanne thing ever.
Well, either way, I think Andrea Lee, $7,100 is probably, we're going to see how well she scores, but that's a great price point for a fight that should be, I think Macy should be the favorite, but maybe 130, 140, 270 seems a bit steep, but the line moved. It would open at minus 190. People hit the hell out of it. So a lot of people very confident in Maycee Barber here.